What is direct drive? It's the condition that exists when an input gear and an output gear turn at the same speed. Consider these two gears. They're the same size. As one turns, the other is forced to turn at the same speed. What does it mean to operate in reduction? Notice the input gear driving the larger output gear. The smaller gear makes several complete rotations before the larger gear makes one. If the smaller gear makes 3 turns to the larger gear's 1, we have a 3-to-1 gear ratio. We're operating at a 3-to-1 reduction. Reduction provides power and is desirable at low vehicle speeds, during acceleration, or when there's a heavy load. Overdrive occurs when an input gear drives a smaller output gear. The larger gear may make only 1 full turn to the smaller gear's 1 1/4. The result of this 1 to 1 1/4 ratio is greater speed. And let's not forget reverse. Power is needed, so we use an input gear to turn a larger output gear. But we must also change the direction of rotation. To do this, we add a 3rd gear. The added gear reverses the rotation of the output gear. Let's see how what we've covered is accomplished in a planetary gear set. In reduction, the internal gear is held stationary. The sun gear is driving, forcing the planet pinion carrier to turn with it in the same direction, but more slowly. A smaller gear driving a larger gear provides reduction, a higher gear ratio, or low gear. In direct drive, the internal gear and the sun gear are turned in the same direction at the same speed. As a result, the planet pinions are forced to follow along. In overdrive, the internal gear is held, but this time the planet carrier is driving. It causes the sun gear to turn in the same direction. A larger gear driving a smaller gear provides more speed, less power. In reverse, the carrier is held and the sun gear is turned. The sun gear's rotation causes the pinion gears to turn the opposite way and drive the internal gear. Notice that the internal gear now rotates in a direction opposite that of the sun gear. What benefits do the planetary gears used in automatic transmissions provide over the slide-type gears used in manual transmissions? Well, there are several. Planetary gears are sturdy, and load is distributed over several gears. They're also smaller, take up less space, and have more tooth area in contact to transmit power. Because planetary gears are always in mesh, tooth damage due to gear clash or partial engagement is prevented. And all members of the planetary gear set have a common axis, making the unit compact.